Hey everybody, and welcome back to I Wonder. Now today we're going to talk about the gifts that we've been given and how we can use those gifts to serve others. Now something that has served humans well is technology. Contrary to what a lot of people think, technology isn't really about inventing. Tech is actually about solving problems and finding new or easier and better ways to do things. Now, before smartphones and tablets and all that came around, it would take multiple devices to even complete a simple task. So today we're going to go back in time to look at some throwback tech. Now, I have some friends who are going to join me for this, and I'm so excited to have them. So we're going to go say hey to them real quick. I'm going to give them an item, and they have to try and connect it to an app that's used on a smartphone now, okay? So let's see how well they do. Okay, so do you see what's up on screen?
Yep.
Okay, so which app do you think that belongs to? What do you think that old device used to do?
Okay, let me look. YouTube? Wait, it used to be Snapchat.
You think it's for Snapchat?
Yeah, I think for calls.
For calls? You think it's a camera?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your next item on screen. Do you see it?
We have. Yeah.
What app do you think that could be used for?
Texting.
Texting?
Texting.
We don't have a texting app on there.
This one. Whatever that is.
That's for emails.
Oh, this one. The W.
For Word document, for typing things?
Yeah.
I think Jaden is correct. It's for typing things.
A TV remote.
What app do you think it belongs to? It is not a TV remote.
I think it belongs. That one. I think it belongs to YouTube.
Which one?
That one.
The green one? Do you remember what the green one does?
No.
The green one is called Spotify. What do we do with does anyone know what Spotify does?
You spot something.
No, it's for music playing. That thing on the screen is called a Walkman. It used to put tapes inside and you could listen to music. Do you see the headphones?
Right?
You were right.
Calling.
It's a telephone for calling. You're right.
That was.
Who do you like to call on the telephone?
My mom.
Mom?
Me.
You call yourself?
My brother, my mom.
There. It is not for Snapchat.
Oh, movie. This one.
It's a movie, which means it's for videos.
YouTube.
YouTube. That's what I would put it as.
YouTube.
I'll tell you what they're called. They're called encyclopedias. Does anyone know what an encyclopedia is for?
Oh,
It's
Snapchat.
It's for looking up information.
Like this.
Those are your contacts. That's everybody's phone numbers.
Google.
Google. It's for Googling things, for looking things up. Nice job. Did you know what this was?
I think I see adding. It's a game.
You're right. It is adding. No, it's called an abacus, and it's an old school calculator. Nice job. Okay. Does anyone know what this one is?
Wait. I think it's Snapchat.
This one is a little bit harder.
Email.
How did you know that, James? It's called a telegraph. It's for sending messages. So I would put it as email.
What is an email?
An email is the one down at the bottom.
Ooh.
It's not for Snapchat.
Typer. Maps.
It's not for maps.
Oh, this one. This one right there.
Is it a typer?
Contacts.
Contacts. Does anyone know what this is called?
Contact?
It's called a Rolodex.
Word game right here.
Word game. We got it. It's our last one. Okay, that was hilarious. They did really well on some of those, and some was really hard. Now, what a world we live in, right? For nearly everything you can think of, there's an app for that. But the one thing no app could ever replace is you. When creating you, God installed some apps of your own to help you serve God and others. And these apps are called gifts, and that's what we're going to learn tonight. But let's get started with some music.
Down, side to side, just another crazy day on this roller coaster ride. I try to do what's right, I end up doing wrong. Every day's another verse in my sinful song. But you pick me up with your mercy and your grace. I wanna give you all of me until I see your face. I wanna live like I've never lived, give like I've never given, run like I've never run for you. I wanna love like I've never loved, sing like I've never sung. I wanna Love, I love you, Lord, forever. Love, I love you, Lord, forever. Yeah, I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. I'll serve you, Lord, forever. I'll serve you, Lord, forever. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. I'll praise you, Lord, forever. I'll praise you, Lord, forever. Yeah, I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. I'll love, I'll serve, I'll praise you, Lord, forever. I'll love, I'll serve, I'll praise you, Lord, forever. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you. Oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Oh, I'll do my best for you.
Now, I was talking to some friends, and they were telling me about this story that happened in their lab when they were working on Wonderbot. You remember Dr. Casey Roberts and Taylor Maxima, her assistant? Well, they had a similar situation where they couldn't figure out what their gifts were for. And they're going to actually answer a question for us. I wonder what gifts God gave me. So go see what they're talking about and see how Wonderbot's doing. And I'll see you for our Bible story in just a minute.
No. I could have sworn that I needed that multiply right there. Or is it addition? Or maybe find the square root? No, that doesn't sound right. Boom!
Whoa. Taylor Maxima, are you sad? Because that is not a sad chair.
A sad chair? What are you talking about?
Well, I worked very hard to get this lab not only clean, but free of any negative energy and sad chemicals. So that chair is not a sad chair.
Right now, every chair I sit in is a sad chair.
Oh no, well, looks like we're gonna have to spin you out of it.
Spin what out of me? The sadness?
Yep, I do it all the time when my favorite restaurant runs out of corn dogs.
What is up with you and corn dogs? Whoa.
How do you feel? Still sad?
I don't know. I can't tell if I'm really sad or just really dizzy.
Take a breather and then we'll talk it all out. What's on your mind?
Dr. Roberts, I simply cannot crack this algorithm. It's as though all of my knowledge has flown away from me like a thing with wings that flies.
Like a bird?
Yes. See what I mean? I've lost all of my knowledge, all my mathematical magic.
Well, now, I doubt that. Math is your gift from God.
Gifts from God are supposed to be used.
You are using your gifts.
Well, I thought I was. I read in 1 Peter 4:10 from my Bible today that each of us should use whatever gift we have to serve others. But how am I supposed to use my gift to serve others if my gift isn't working?
What's 2 times 4?
8. Oh, that doesn't count.
No, but you do. Get it? Count. Because you're a math.
Stop that. And guess what else I read? Not only am I supposed to use my gift, but I'm also supposed to set it on fire.
Did you say fire?
Yep. Now I'm just going to need you to light up this math book like a campfire ready for s'mores. Come on, it's fire time. It says in the Bible, 2 Timothy 1:6. For this reason, I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God. Flame, gift.
I think maybe you're onto something. To fan something into flame is just a way of talking, not to literally set something on fire. It means that you need to keep using your God-given gifts instead of hiding them away.
I'm not hiding. It's hiding from me.
Last time, you helped me realize that all of us have unique stories. It's the same thing with our gifts. We all have gifts, talents, or abilities that God gives us so that we may use it to help others. But we all have different gifts that God can use in different ways. And your knowledge in math is one of the many gifts that God has given you.
But how do I know for sure? How do I know it's not just something I'm really good at?
Well, it can be hard to tell, but the main difference between a gift and just something you're really good at is that a gift is something that can be used to help others.
Well, I suppose I have used math quite a few times to help someone other than myself. Like when I used to tutor my friends in school, or helping fix Wonderbot here.
You see, without you, I wouldn't know the exact calculations needed to make Wonderbot fully functional. I mean, I'm not so shabby at math myself. I am a robotic scientist, after all. But your eye for numbers is phenomenal. A true gift.
Okay, if math is my gift, then what is yours?
Mine is clearly my witty charm, killer good looks, and I'm unstoppable on the dance floor.
Even if math is my gift, I'm still not sure what to do with it in this instance. I've looked at this algorithm a million times.
Would it help to have another set of eyes look at it?
That would be great.
Perfect. I'll see if they're selling any online at Amazon.com.
Dr. Roberts, I think the eyes you have will be just fine.
Ready, of course.
I hope you can make sense of what I wrote.
Now, it's been a while since I've solved a math problem, but it seems that this is written in another language. If I had to guess, maybe Arabic or Japanese?
I think it's upside down.
Aha! Well, that didn't help in the slightest. Would you mind if I carry this around for a while and keep taking a look?
Wait, what did you say?
I was just curious if I could carry it around.
I can't believe it. I forgot to carry the 4 to finish the equation, giving me the proper result for Wonderbot. You helped me.
Perfect. Now let's try out the new algorithm and see if Wonderbot will stop hiccuping. You did it! You fixed Wonderbot! I told you that!
That fixed the bug inside Wonderbot, but something else was wrong. Are you absolutely, totally positive that math is supposed to be my gift from God?
Of course, but I never said that it's your only gift. I think this means you're going to need to work on another gift, the gift of teamwork. I'll call in some reinforcements tonight, and first thing in the morning, we'll be able to work together and pinpoint what the real problem with Wonderbot is. Make that problems, plural. Wonderbot, come back!
All right, welcome back to our Bible Lab, my Bible Lab researchers. And once again, we're going to work together to find evidence that will help us answer the question of the day, which is, I wonder what gifts God has given me. Have you wondered that? What has God made that's so wonderful and unique about you and how you can use it to serve others? Now, did you pay attention to Taylor and Casey? Well, Taylor was having a hard time using his gifts. He felt stuck and unsure. But with the help of a friend, Casey, Dr. Casey Roberts, who reminded him that sometimes you need a different perspective, you need to look at things a different way, and that God gave you special gifts all for you to use to help others. Just like Taylor Maxima has been using his gifts in understanding math and being a great mathematician to help others and to solve problems. So we're going to look at a couple of verses today, which means it's time to say hey to Mac. Hey Mac, I'm so glad you could join us today.
Hey, Miss Julia.
Okay, so I read the verses last week, so Matt gets to read them today.
My turn.
And we're going to read a couple of verses from 1 Peter 4:10 and 2 Timothy 1:6-7. So if you want to go ahead and find them real quick while I'm kind of introducing our question. Remember, I wonder what gifts God gave me. When we say gifts, we're not really talking about presents that come in a box or a bag, even if it has a bow. I'm talking about the abilities, the talents, and even the experiences that each individual person has. They're usually things that we're really good at or we really enjoy doing. Can you name some gifts that people might have?
Helping and serving others or giving their time.
Awesome, that's right, Mac. So here's step 2. Let's collect our data. That's our information. We need to turn in our Bibles to 1 Peter 4:10. All right, Mac, it's your turn. Tell us what 1 Peter 4:10 says.
God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another.
Right. This verse tells us that we need to use our gifts to serve others. Remember, we learned about grace last time, and another version of this verse also tells us to be stewards of God's grace. Now, grace is a gift that we get that we don't deserve, right? Remember that from last week? This means that the gifts from God should be used in the same manner that they've been given to us, freely and graciously. God gave us our abilities for a reason, to help others, to serve and love and praise. Now, Matt, can you tell us what 2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 6 and 7 say?
This is why I remind you to fan into flames the spiritual gift God gave you when I laid my hands. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline.
Right. This Bible says that we should keep practicing and working on these gifts that we have because God wants us to use our gifts to serve others, which makes sense because God gave us those gifts, right? He doesn't want us to hide them away and not share them with anybody. He wants us to use them and to serve others. Now it's time for step 3. What can we conclude about our question? I wonder what gifts God gave me. Well, we can conclude that God wants us to serve others, right? Maybe you've never thought about your abilities, like being a good athlete, or like Taylor Maxima, being really good at math, or even being great at tidying up. These are gifts from God. Maybe you didn't realize that, but they are. And no matter what your gift is, God wants you to use it to serve others. All right, so it is time for our break. And do you remember our memory verse from last week? Well, I've got some friends who are going to help us remember it right now, and then we'll practice it again at the end of video 2, of part 2, okay?
Many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have planned, the things you have done for us. Psalms 45a.
So let's talk about snack. It's the most important thing. Now, we want to talk about rocks. Did you know that? Have you ever tried to eat rocks? Please don't eat rocks. Now, there are some rocks that are actually made of chocolate that you could eat. Do you have a favorite type of rock, though? I didn't even know that I could have a favorite type of rock. There are many different types and shapes, but one of the coolest types of rock, they're sedimentary rocks. Does that sound familiar? Maybe from science? Sedimentary rocks form when bits of dirt and rock layer on top of each other over time. A lot like the snack that you can make, okay? Even if you're not sure what your gift is yet, God will reveal them to you in the perfect time. Maybe God is preparing you to use the gift that's in store for you, and you just have to wait to see all the layers building up for when it's your turn to use your gift. So, here are a couple of different things that you can do. Rice Krispie treats, bottom layer, maybe a little icing on top, little Rice Krispie treat, maybe it's a little bit of chocolate. S'mores, also a great way to make. A little graham cracker, a little chocolate, a little marshmallow, a little graham cracker. So your snack mission, I guess, for today is to maybe layer it up and see what God's got in store for you to using those gifts that God gives us. I'll see you in just a little bit for part 2. Bye-bye.